And hello everyone, welcome once again. This is Logan with Decode Your Reality, and today we're doing one on the classical composer Mozart, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, the 17th century composer, and what he has to do with the occult. Now, if you're watching this video, you're probably a fan of classical music. I am. I absolutely love this guy. I listen to a lot of his music when I actually decode. It really helps me focus. But when I started to decode this guy, I just was absolutely blown away because of all the tie-ins that he has to the planet Saturn and the number 26/8. And if you're wondering how we get to that, you can literally, if this is your first time watching, you can go to this website, gematrinator.com. It's a free site, Derek's website here, and you can start to plug in any kind of word that you want right in here, and it will spit out what that word is represented by, whatever cipher you're going to use. This is the Pythagorean right here. You know, you have the English ordinal, Chaldean. This one's good for names, but it's this one right here that I believe the English language is coded from. The septenary, this means of the seven. The Latin word, it's of the seven. And I believe it represents our microcosm, the way we are as human beings, the seven chakra systems in the body, the seven levels of music, you know, the C, D, E, F, G, A, B. You know, I believe that it really represents us in its truest form, and that's how we break these words down. This is the only cipher that does use the numbers 1 through 7 and then back down to 1 again, as you'll notice. A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, and then it goes on to the number 7, stopping at the G, and then going back down to the number 1, and then repeating itself and going all the way through the alphabet, the 26 letters. Notice there's 26 letters in our alphabet, the same number as the planet Saturn. Saturn equals the number 26. When we type that in our cipher right here, we get the number, if I can spell right, we get the number 26 right here. Saturn's also the number 21, the world card in the tarot. All these things are tied in, the number 93, 96, 1776. I'm not going to confuse you here, but you kind of see the point here, okay? So we're going back to here, and I'm going to show you guys really the tie-in this guy has to the planet Saturn. Now, I want to digress here. Just want to say these are just my discoveries, my expressions, and my opinions, okay? If you don't have a grasp of the septenary system, if you don't have an understanding of Gematria, if you don't have an understanding of numerology, this may not make any sense to you, you know? So first and foremost, I also want to point out these numbers here right in the middle. These are all the numbers that are represented by Saturn. This is all the numbers of 8. The 8, the 17, the 1 plus 7 equals 8, the 2 plus 6, which is the number of Saturn, equals 8, the 3 plus 5 equals 8, and so on all the way up to the 98. We can keep going on, but these are the main numbers here, and we're going to be displaying those throughout this glyph there that I've created, this graphic, all pertaining to Mozart. Now, let's get started here. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, his name, his full birth name, equals the number 71, and as I said, these are all the numbers of Saturn. 71 fits right in there. The 7 plus 1 equals a number 8. He goes by Mozart, which is the reversal of the 71. That's the 17, or the 17/8. He was described as a prodigy. Prodigy in the Chaldean equals the 26/8. Now, it says here Mozart was baptized the day after his birth at St. Rupert's Cathedral, and the baptismal record gives his name as Johannes, I think. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the other thing, but it's quite a long one here. 1, 2, 3, 5 different words for his name. But it's interesting because the first name in his baptismal birth was Johannes, and that just happens to equal the number 26. Now, I mean, were these people really that detailed about what they would name their kids and whatnot, or was it just because they were a direct offspring of Saturn? I mean, the incarnation aspect has to come into play at some point. I mean, you know, these people didn't have these computer systems to really dial these numbers in, although you can manually do them, but man, it takes a lot of work to do this kind of stuff. But you know, he definitely was a Freemason. You can read about Mozart being a Freemason. He was part of the Freemason network, so there is a correlation there. But I thought this was absolutely fascinating that his baptism name is the same as the planet Saturn. Absolutely fascinating. Now, he was born on the 27th of January, and this is interesting here, in the year 17 56, which is an 8/11, the 1 plus 7 and the 5, 6. 11 is the number of magic. It's the glue that binds the 5 and 6. That's absolutely fascinating right there. He's an Aquarius because he was born on the 27th of January, and he was born at 9 Gematria Degassi in Salzburg. Here's his home right here. And we're going to break all this down. His birth on 1/27/1756 equals the number 29. I said the number of 29/11, that's the number of magic. I totally believe if you look at the number 11 as a glyph, it's alternating current, energy going up, energy coming down. His death was on May 12th, 1791. That has a numerology of the 26, matching that of Saturn. Do you think that Saturn took his life on this day, on the 12th of May in 1791, because he was an offspring of Saturn? I mean, man, I really think, the 26, the 17, it's connected, Mozart, I think he's just an offspring of Saturn. I mean, I don't know, it's just my opinion, but these numbers are really, really giving us some good tie-ins here. Now, again, the zodiac sign for the Aquarius is the 11th zodiac sign. Quite interesting there. He was born, his parents were Leopold and Anna Marie, and look what these numbers equal. Leopold Mozart, his father, is a 9/11. It breaks it. Leopold, it's a 2-syllable word. Not only does it equal the 20, okay, but it also breaks down to the 9/11. Absolutely fascinating right there. And his mom, Anna Maria, is a 17, same as the last is Mozart, but 17 again, it's another number 8. It just blows my mind when you get all these numbers. Now look at what we have here. The address of where he was born has a number 77. I'm not going to get too much into all these numbers, but man, 77 is a very, very important number in the occult, as in 777, as in 77, as in the flash of creation. The Kabbalah comes into mind right here. Very, very important number. God rested on the 7th day. The double 7, man, really, really important number. I think this has major significance to all this kind of stuff right here. Notice he was the youngest of 7 kids, contracting into the 777 here. The St. Rupert's Cathedral, amazing, where he was baptized. I just thought this was absolutely fascinating as well. It's the 13, Saint, 6 plus 7 is the 13, moving through the magical number of 11, Rupert's. And look at what Pertz is. It's the number 26. Absolutely amazing. 13 through the magical number 11. Ending on the number 26. Is this all accident? Is this all by accident, or is this all coincidence? I think not. I mean, these numbers, to me, they tell a story. Really, really fascinating here. His elder sister was Maria Anna, which was the reversal of his mom's name. Okay, Maria Anna Mozart. They nicknamed her Nannerl. All right, and that word right there breaks down to a 16. But if I want to bring this in a little closer and show you, because sometimes you got to look at these numbers listed individually, these letters, and as you can notice, it's the 11, 11, 55, 2. That has great significance when you break it down. The double 11, 11, 11, you probably maybe seen 11, 11 on the clock. There's that big fascination of the 11, 11. That has great significance in this occult aspect here. The 11, 11 moving through the manifestation of the 5, the double 5, and then landing on the duality of the number 2. Absolutely fascinating right there. And if we break her name down in Chaldean, Chaldean is the best to decode from when it comes to our names. Look what her name equals, her nickname anyway, the number 26. I think that's just absolutely mind-blowing there. If you go by this is a picture I got off of Wikipedia. This is the Mozart family on tour. Leopold, Wolfgang, and Nannerl. These 3 right here. When you type those 3 in there, you get the number 66. That's a really important number, because as in 666, we're not going to use it as the number of the beast in this aspect or any correlation to that. I'm simply showing the 66 because the 6 is considered a master number. God finished his great work on the 6th day. The double 6 is a master number right there. That would definitely tell a story of these 3 right here, the triple masters, the double 60, the double 6, the 66. Absolutely fascinating right there. Now, when Wolfgang was young, his family made several European journeys. This is off of Wikipedia, and he and Nannerl performed as child prodigies. This was in parentheses. When you type in child prodigies, we get the number 62, which is the reversal of the 26, or the mirror of the 26. Is this all by accident? I think not. Come on, give me a break. Really? This is all amazing how this stuff all ties in. These began in 1762, the exhibition in 1762. What is that? That's the 1 plus 7 and the 6 plus 2. That's an 88. That's a double 8, man. This is all done on purpose, I promise you. I promise you this is all done on purpose. Now, he wrote his first symphony when he was 8 years old. That's absolutely amazing in itself, but 8 is everything to do with Saturn, right? He wrote his first symphony. Do you think there's a reason why he wrote it at the age of 8? I think it has everything to do with this right here. I really, really do. Now, in Milan, Mozart wrote the opera Mitridate Re di Ponto. I don't know if I'm even saying that right. I thought this is interesting. In 1770, there's the 77 again. But when we break down this opera, it equals the number 74/11. Again, 11 is the number of magic. Absolutely amazing. And I'm going to give you more of those. It's not just that one, right? His career began in Vienna as well. He completed the opera. This one right here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one. But look at what we have when we break it down. It equals the 111. And you know what other words equal 111? How about God's omniscient, omnipresent, and omnipotent? Those all equal the number 111. I think this is absolutely mind-blowing right here. Toward the end of the final Italian journey that he went on, he wrote this solo motet, this right here, and that equals the number 7411, same as this one right here. I mean, this stuff's all by the numbers, absolutely crazy. I mean, I don't know how anybody can say that I'm just arbitrarily cherry-picking stuff. This stuff right here says it all right there. Now, I'm going to end off with this right here, and this, to me, was the icing on the cake for this entire presentation. Now, it said Mozart married Constance, okay, this lady right here, and they had 6 children, but only 2 survived infancy. And the ones I've highlighted in orange, and you can fact check these, are the only 2 that survived infancy. And why are these important? Because of the birthdays. Look at what the birthday is. Carl Thomas Mozart was born on the 21st of September. 21 is the number of Saturn because Saturn is the world card in the Tarot. This is the last major arcana. XX1, 21, Saturn's card. Absolutely fascinating. And the second child to survive was Franz Xavier Wolfgang Mozart. And look when he was born, on the 26th of July. Again, the number 26. I mean, this stuff to me is absolutely fascinating. I just gave you guys a little bit. I mean, I could probably go through and grab a ton more stuff. But anyway, I think you see my point. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Saturn, 26, 8, the 11. Absolutely amazing. My name's Logan. This is Decode Your Reality. Thanks for watching.